G'day guys, Kiwi Bow Hunter here again. I'm just going to try and do a quick video and not get sidetracked and yarn about heaps of crap that's relatively not important. But this is, it's on my little EDC bag that I carry around with me / get home bag. I don't live I don't work or attend university that far from where I live, so it's not geared up for, like a 40k walk or anything through adverse conditions. It's all flat. Worst case, it might take me, I don't know, 3 hours to walk home from uni, if I got stuck there and my car wasn't going or whatever. But I could jog or run it in, probably steady pace, about an hour to jog home, if I really needed to hum along. From work it's not that far, just really down the road, which is useful, but so keep in mind it's not a huge thing for me. This is a Maxpedition Jumbo Versipack. Now, I don't have a whole lot of stuff in there. Got like a random New Zealand subdued flag on there. Patch signs is golden but duct tape is silver. Give a little compass on the side just because it's useful and it does work. I can't be bothered demonstrating it. And the little, because we don't have concealed carry weapons in New Zealand, concealed carry pouch me keeps 2 emergency ponchos just because they've been potentially useful. Well, I've used them, well, not these ones because I usually just throw them out afterwards, but they've been useful for when because the bag's not big enough to carry a full-size raincoat, so these can come in handy every now and again if I've got a stack of books or whatever and I'm trying to keep them waterproof and trying to run back to my car in the rain or anything like that. Also in there is that, which is just a sort of a homemade pry bar that I made for doing other random, just couldn't fit the big one in there a while ago, so just whipped this one up. So just that fits in there quite nicely, so I don't have to try and use a pocket knife for something that it's obviously not designed for, which is prying. It's a pocket knife, not a bloody pry bar, which I see everyone else do, which is, well, not everyone, but quite a lot of people do, which is ridiculous. This is a Ewan Sports bottle or something, stainless steel. It had like a little plastic thing around the top so the lid wouldn't come off, and I managed to break that in pretty quick order, so I just put some paracord on there instead, which is knotted, I don't know, kind of half-assed, but it's only holding the lid on. I just wanted to keep it sort of, I just had a random bit lying around, I couldn't be bothered cutting another hunk off, so it's just full of water. Top pouch has a hank of paracord, a daisy chain of paracord, which you can see how to do in one of my other videos. Pencils, pens, highlighters, sharpies, all that kind of stuff, because I do take this to uni with me. In the front pouch is this bit. Got some waterproof storm matches sort of things, just in case, you never know. Just because sometimes about long hours at uni or whatever, just some deodorant because I hate getting smelly. Falconeven DC3 sharpening stone. These things are great. I've got the DC4 as well, which I carry, which is in my bug out bag. The 3 is a bit small. If I had to do it again, I probably would have just got another 4. Just paid the extra, like $10 or whatever it was, and got the bigger one. But this is still great. The thing I've done with the sheath is it's supposed to be, it comes smoothly throughout, but I've inverted it, like cut the stitching and restitched it, just sort of, doesn't need to be flash, the opposite way around, just so it's the soft side of the leather so I can roughly strop a knife on it. Don't have any stropping compound, but does the job relatively well, gets all the burrs off. Hand sanitizer as well, just a little thing of it when it runs out. If I don't use it heaps, but it does get used every now and again if I just got dirty hands from doing whatever, don't want to eat food with dirty crappy hands. Top it up from some of the big bottles I've got at home. Wire saw, just in case, you never know when you're going to have to cut something, wood down. K-bar, hobo eating tool. When the last time I used that was a wee while ago, but it does come in handy from time to time. I could probably replace it with something lighter, but this does the job pretty well. I bought this one because I thought it was the one that broke into 3 parts and you could use the knife, fork and spoon separately, but apparently it's not. Kind of a bit bulbous, but I'd recommend getting the one that does break apart. It's probably like twice as much money, but that would be a bit more handy. That's it for the front pouch. Click this bad boy open. In here Just keep a little notepad entitled Stuff quite aptly, just because I take notes with me every now and again. MP3 player, little sensor thing. Has a ridiculous battery life on it, strangely enough. SanDisk sensor, something or other. It's only 4 gig, but it's got a whole heap of music on it. Yeah, ridiculous battery life. Like, I don't charge it very often, and it just seems to last for ages, which is great, because I'm pretty retarded when it comes to that kind of stuff. Usually forget things. Got a shimmer in there, which doesn't weigh shit all, and I could probably I can compress it down quite far if I need to, but it also keeps stuff from rattling around, and if I need to wrap things up, it keeps them protected, I can wrap it in that. Also, if you've seen any of the aftermath videos of the Christchurch earthquake, I'm in Christchurch, in town, well, lots of places where buildings fell down, especially town where some of the big old masonry ones fell down, there was ridiculous amounts of dust, and you see people coming out just choking, and, well, not literally choking, but, you know, coughing and spluttering, and if you're trying to help people, that's probably the last thing you want. So I've grabbed that just because it's multi-purpose. You could use it to compress a wound or anything like that. You know, cover your face, like as a sling if you needed to. Like, some of the stuff in this bag is mainly put in because of the earthquakes, because that's where I am, and we're probably prone to having another big one at some stage, so no my luck. Also earthquake related, I keep some gloves in there. These are the ones you've probably seen in some of my shooting videos as well. Good Things ironclad framers, I believe the model is, and they just don't have the end of the thumb, forefinger or middle, index finger or middle finger are all missing, but in their like suede palm or leather palm or some shit. Do the job quite well. They're real comfortable, breathable, dry relatively quickly. I don't know how cheap they are. My mate gave them to me. He's a diesel mechanic, and they got a bunch of free pairs with work. So, and he still hadn't finished his other pairs, and he had got given like 4. And I said I was after some. And he just gave me these, and they've lasted for quite a while. So I'm quite impressed with them. Would recommend them. What else do I have in there? Some half a pack of throat lozenges, just because, I don't know, at uni all day, if you're feeling crap, you don't really feel like paying attention in your lectures if you know, you're not feeling too well, so some throat lozenges to keep you through. Got a headband for my Phoenix LD10. Took the battery bit off just because I'm probably not going to need the extra batteries. I do have an extra one nipped away somewhere. It's a loose throaty. The end parts for the Phoenix, the diffusers I should say, the white one just, I can't do it with one hand, the white one just tucks away into the bottom of the yellow one, just in case I need to signal someone down or whatever, if my car breaks down. Hopefully not, but you never know. Hearing protection, just because sometimes I grab this bag on the way out shooting as well, hence why there's gloves in there too. So just straight out the door after I grab my rifle or my shotgun, and it's always good to have some ears in, especially with the 12 gauge, because all of my other rifles are silenced, so not a huge deal with any of those, but the shotguns are usually the only things that are too noisy for me. Front little pouch, got a little thing to get in, because I was with civil defence just after the earthquake, so I can get around with that hopefully if something else happens. The LD10, which I chuck in my pocket if I'm deliberately going out after dark. You can see it's got a bit of pocket wear on it. Great little torch. Got all the functions, which is why I picked this over something smaller and cheaper, just because it's got like 6 modes: low, medium, high, strobe, SOS, all that kind of jazz. A little quick map of Christchurch just to keep myself entertained if I get lost when I'm walking around town. I suppose it's kind of redundant now that half the town's fallen over, but oh well. What the hell's on there? Some gum. Yuck. Better clean that. A little spare battery thing for my iPhone. Just plug it in, and it's my gear. Managed to get gum on the front. Oh well. Get that clean at some stage. But yeah. There we go. There's gum on everything. Don't know what happened there. Must have left it out in the sun or some crap. Big wad of duct tape wrapped around an old business card. I'll get rid of that gum while I'm here. Yeah, just because duct tape has so many uses. I don't really need to go over it. Any of you should probably realise that. But yeah, great stuff. Always keep heaps of it in there. What was gum? Obviously been sitting in there for a while. I have to get some new stuff of that. A little bit of, I'm not sure what the grade on this is, but it's like a little brass wire. Could use it for repairing stuff or snares or whatever you want. Whistle, chapstick, USB drive, and then side pocket. Here's some first aid gear, trauma bandage, plasters, Panadol, tape, and candles. Sweet as guys. Cheers.